What is up, guys? Kiwi Bro here, back at you with another Call of Duty Black Ops 4 video. And if you are new to the channel, do make sure you subscribe. It would be greatly appreciated. We are on the road to 500 subscribers, and it would just mean the world to me if you went ahead and dropped a sub on my channel. Now, anyway, into the video. As you have seen in the thumbnail, we're going to be talking about the Maddox today. One of the craziest weapons in the game. The most amazing assault rifle that you can get in the game. Honestly, guys, this gun absolutely shreds, and if you're not playing with this gun, then I don't know what you were doing. So firstly, let's get into some we're going to go into some stats, some statistics from in the game, and run through what I kind of run with this weapon, and then I'm just going to talk freely about the weapon and my personal review of it, so that I can maybe help you guys choose to run this gun or not run this gun. You know, it's always up to you guys, but this is just my personal opinion at the end of the day. So to start off with, we're going to do some stats. So the damage for this gun, and this is just the in-game chart, is a 6 out of 20. So it's not on the high end of the damage scale as far as weapons go, but it is pretty up there for what it is. Now, on the range, we got a 7 out of 20. Now, these are just the base stats. This is without attachments. Now, the range really can't be increased on this weapon, given that there's no attachments for it. There's no long barrel, and there's no grip or anything like that. So, the range is what it is. You just got to take it or leave it. Now, the third one is fire rate. The fire rate is absolutely crazy. It is up there with some of the SMGs in the game, and I'm pretty sure it's the exact same fire rate as the Hades LMG, which we have reviewed. If you want to check that out, just go ahead and subscribe to the channel and then go down to my Hades video. So the fire rate is 14 out of 20. Now that's crazy for an assault rifle. That's, you know, that's like a mid-range submachine gun as an assault rifle. And the accuracy on this weapon is an 8 out of 20. Now, the accuracy stats don't really matter. It kind of given itself, it's a good name. But the accuracy also comes down to your skill. Now, honestly, if you run a high sensitivity, this weapon is going to be a lot better than if you're running a low sensitivity. But honestly, this gun is good for anyone. Now we're going to get on to attachments. The attachments that I run personally are the red dot sight, which just adds a little bit of accuracy. It doesn't actually add anything to the stats, I don't think. I think maybe it takes it up to a 9, but it's just like a safety feature kind of. It gives you a better sight into where the enemy is. Then I run laser sight, which makes the gun more accurate for hip fire, which you do tend to do with this weapon because you will be using it more like an SMG than an assault rifle. This third attachment is fast mags. Obviously, the play style that you will choose depends if you run this. If I recommend with this gun that you want to play a little bit more run and gun, because there is quite a lot of recoil on this weapon, and the recoil pattern is very sporadic in the way it moves. It kind of goes straight up and then it goes to the left and then to the right and then up again. So it's kind of hard to get used to. And the last one is obviously quick draw. It just means, you know, it allows you to bring out your weapon a little bit quicker and get the drop on your enemies a little bit faster. Now, the operator mod for this weapon is absolutely amazing. It turns it into an animal, just a straight animal. And now, it is Echo Fire. Now, basically, the description for Echo Fire is firing blowback system, shoots each bullet at an increased rate of fire. Basically, it shoots your bullets at a higher velocity, making this weapon just so much stronger. And I understand why it is the last assault rifle you unlock, because it is absolutely crazy, guys. Now I'm going to tell you like what operators I like to run with this class setup. I'm not going to get into perks and all that, because it kind of just comes down to preference, and you can run more attachments and have less perks and that sort of thing. I don't tend to run a secondary weapon with assault rifles, so I still have all my perks anyway, even if I run extra attachments. But the best operators I have found effective with this weapon is Ruin and Crash. Now, because I like to play a little bit more in your face with this weapon, I choose these two. Ruin just gives you the opportunity to move around the map a little bit more sporadically and be a little bit more hard to guess, I suppose. You know, the enemy is going to be trying to guess where you're going, but with that grappling hook, it allows you to kind of have more movement around the map. Yeah, and the second one I do like to run with is Crash. Now, Crash is just amazing. With the War Machine and the Cluster Grenade, it just adds up to a really well balanced operator, and it is really good for rushing. And if you are playing Domination like I do a lot of the time, that Cluster Grenade is going to clear out a whole objective if anyone's trying to cap you on Domination, and Control, it will maim and if not damage a lot of enemies in the area, and it's good for just kind of locking down point before you run into it. Now, if I've gotten the names wrong on some of these, I am so sorry. And in the video you're watching, I'm actually running it with Torque. This is before I kind of experimented with it. I just unlocked the weapon, and I'm kind of in the middle of trying to do all my sniper challenges, so I kind of got used to using Torque. So don't hold that against me, because I love running Torque, and Torque is one of my favorite operators to this day. It is good for locking down lanes, and is awesome for Domination in any objective-based mode. So now I'm just going to kind of talk freely about how I feel about this weapon. Now, honestly, I think this weapon maybe should have been unlocked a lot earlier in the game. If you look at a weapon such as the ICR-7, every second person is running that weapon because it is easy, it has no recoil with attachments, and it's just kind of noob proof, really. The ICR-7 should have been the last weapon. This weapon should have been the first or second. This weapon is great, but it is hard to control. But if you guys learn and you pay attention, and even watching this gameplay, you can see the recoil pattern, you can see how the gun moves, how it moves when you're sprinting and all that sort of stuff. So I really think that's kind of one of the downsides, is that you have to wait till level 49, I believe, to unlock this gun. But I tell you what, I will be using my prestige token when I go ahead and prestige for the first time to keep this weapon unlocked permanently, because I don't know if I could survive without this gun now. I hate the ICR-7 because it just bugs me when I see people using it. It's just too easy. You know, you can chuck a recon scope on it and it's pretty much a sniper. You can train yourself to burst fire with it, and it's just an absolute god weapon. And that's why I don't understand why it's the first weapon. It makes the game start off way too easy for every player. But honestly, guys, you're going to make your own decision on what weapons you like. But if you want a good rushing gun, you want an SMG with the power of an assault rifle in the palm of your hand, run the Maddox. This weapon is crazy, and if you can get it to full level and run the Echo Fire, you are never going to regret it. Now, I think one of the downsides of the Echo Fire is it takes up 3 slots, and I don't believe you can run a optic with it, which is kind of unfortunate, but I'm not 100% sure, so do not quote me on that. I've just not ever seen anyone running Echo Fire with an optic, and that would be kind of sad, but honestly, it doesn't need it. Like, once you slap Echo Fire on it, you may want to run Quick Draw, but this gun, as it is, with no attachments, is absolutely amazing. With all the attachments, it's absolutely amazing. They have really balanced out this weapon properly, because it does have a lot of skill to use because of the sporadic recoil pattern. Now, you must remember the recoil pattern, guys. It goes straight up, then it goes left, then it comes right across to the right, and then it goes up again. If you want, you can go out. I normally go, before I use a weapon, into custom games and sort of shoot at a wall and look at the recoil pattern and practice a lot with it. But anyway, guys, that's the end of this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed. And if you have just clicked that sub button, welcome to the Brotherhood. I have been the Kiwi Bro, and I am out. Peace.